No good. We're going to
No
talk
good,
about,
okay.
let's see what I did there. We're going to talk about Campbell's Soup, one of their executives ranting about the piss poor quality of Campbell's Soup. And it's for poor people. He got caught on camera doing it. Now the Attorney General of Florida is looking into it. It is a huge disaster.
I saw this earlier and I was like, dang.
Wow. Okay. We're just going to dive right into it here in a couple minutes. We're going to look at the video, react to it. I have not seen the video yet, but like I said, they're already investigating Campbell's Soup. The executive saying, here's the overview. We have shit for fucking poor people. Who buys our shit? I don't buy Campbell's products anymore. It's not healthy. Now that I know what the fuck is in it, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but when you're working for the company.
But the bigger story here, too, is the fact that the guy who reported it, like he started working there last year. He was only there a couple months when this happened. He recorded it. He went to the higher ups to let him know, because I guess he made some insulting comments about people in India and some other stuff. He was being kind of racist and things. Yeah. And he went and reported it. And their answer, this is back in January, was to fire him. Yes. They didn't know he had video. They didn't know he had video of this, apparently. And they fired him, and it spent 10 months trying to find a new job. Well, now he's suing over this stuff, but now the video has gotten leaked, so now they have to respond to it because now there's video evidence. They fired him to prevent it. Instead of getting rid of that guy, they got rid of him, and now the evidence is out. They're like, oh shit.
Wow. Okay. So there's going to be a probe. I'm sure there. So many jokes. So let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. You'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
That's all the top headlines now. Man, people are finding out what's in the Campbell's Soup. Don't ask what's in the Campbell's Soup.
Campbell's Soup kids,
That's why they're so fat. It's all the growth hormones. That's why it looks so damn weird. Go out to more.clownfishtv.com. There's nothing artificial in there except, for us maybe. More.clownfishtv.com. All right, let's look at this article, and then we're going to go look at the actual video. This is coming from clickondetroit.com. Patently absurd. Campbell's Soup responds after VP's secretly recorded rant goes viral. Former employee shared secret recording with WIV last week. Okay. So in Michigan, Campbell Soup said the comments made by a high-level company executive about the product are patently absurd after a secret recording from a former employee who spoke to local forum went viral. So this is interesting. Florida's getting involved in it, but they're actually based in Michigan.
Okay.
So last week,
but they're sold everywhere. So I mean,
it's sold everywhere. So
any
it's basically
state could probably get involved in it.
Campbell's banned from Florida. You know how badly you have to fuck up to get banned from Florida? Like, I mean, I'm just saying. Last week,
Disney's still there. Anyway.
I know, right? Last week, a local force spoke to Robert Garza, former Campbell's employee who lives in Monroe, and said he was fired for complaining about its vice president, Martin Bally. Garza said he secretly recorded Bally during an hour-long rant, during which Bally allegedly said Campbell's Soup is shit for fucking poor people and slammed it as bioengineered meat. Okay. So they released a statement. Of course they do. We are proud of the food we make, the people who make it, and the high-quality ingredients we use. The comments heard on the recording about our food are not only inaccurate, they are patently absurd. We use 100% real chicken in our soups. The chicken meat comes from long-trusted USDA-approved U.S. suppliers and meets our highest quality standards. All of our soups are made with no antibiotics ever chicken meat. Any claims to the contrary are completely false. Well, how long is this guy?
Prove it at this point.
I know, right? How long is this guy going to have his job?
Well, I just think it's funny because it's like this guy went to his higher ups and told him what he said. Then there was another statement about his video. I don't know that, but they're basically like, "Oh, if this is true, basically we don't stand with this and all this other crap." That was the other comment about what was in the soup. I didn't see yet, but it's like,
what's
dude,
in this soup?
But then got fired for telling people about it, his rant, and then they didn't do anything to this guy, and now that's coming out, they're going to have to go after this guy.
I'm sitting here thinking of Indiana Jones where they're stirring the soup and there's like the eyeballs in the soup. It's like, what's in the Campbell's Soup? Man, this could wind up being a big thing. This could hurt their stock. This could be like a class action lawsuit. But let's take a look at this. I think we have a video here. Here we go.
A former Campbell's Soup Company employee is taking legal action against the food giant, and he's making some explosive allegations about one of its top executives. Good evening, and thanks for joining us at 6. I'm Ty Steele.
I'm Kimberly Gill. Those allegations are now at the center of a lawsuit claiming the company's vice president went on an hour-long tirade attacking the company's products and employees
Now,
before.
Hold on a second. It's I don't know if he did it if he did it as a meeting that for everyone, or there's other stories that he was doing it in a private, like talking about his salary discussion. So I don't know which it is, but there was this video.
Like, I want more money. Well, we make shit food for poor people. You ain't getting any more money.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or taking aim at its customers.
And the former employee recorded it all. Eric Erickson shares that recording and what the company is saying about it.
We have shit for poor people. Who buys our shit?
And that's just part of an over an hour long.
I won't run that. I want to play that again. We have shit for fucking poor people.
Part of an over an hour long.
Who buys our shit?
And that's just
Who buys our shit? That needs to be. At least he's honest, right? This is like freaking Office Space. Like, he just woke up one day and decided he was gonna be like, yeah, nobody buys our shit, right? Nobody buys our shit.
Of an over an hour long rant, says former security analyst for Campbell's, Robert Garza of Monroe.
I don't buy products barely anymore. It's so healthy. Now that I know what the in it, even in a can of soup, I look at meat, bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer. You?
The recording.
I'm just gonna tell people, just assume if you're at work, just assume anything you say can and will be used against you at some point in time. Even if you say it privately, doesn't mean somebody's not recording it. Doesn't mean somebody's gonna, run your boss. If you're like, those idiots over at Rockstar Games, going on a private Discord, if it's company email or a Slack channel or Discord or whatever, just assume somebody else is going to look at it and behave accordingly. Just assume you're on camera all the time, because you might be. Oh, the one place I worked, you know which one I'm talking about. The one place I worked, they started installing cameras all over the place, and then they tried telling the employees it wasn't to spy on them.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, sure, Jan. Why is it pointed right at our offices? Why is the camera pointed directly into our office and we're being told to keep the door open? You're not spying on us. Okay, sure.
Allegedly of Campbell's VP and Chief Information Security Officer Martin Bally.
He has no filter.
Bally, along with another supervisor in
I don't
Campbell
either.
Soup Company, named in a lawsuit filed Thursday. The suit claiming Bally made racist remarks, admits to coming to work high, and Garza fired for coming forward.
Okay, so this is a complicated situation, right? So the fact that he was recording him meant that it's possible this guy was being set up and being put in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because normal people don't just record casual conversations.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. I was like, that, what did he say to trigger what he said?
So, I mean, I would kind of look at that too, but the fact that you've got somebody working for the company who's basically like, yeah, our products are dog shit.
Yeah, it's not, and if it's like in a informal situation, why would they lie? You know what I'm saying? It's like if it was a corporate rah, you'd lie and you'd be like, well, we have the best whatever. But the fact that they're like, oh, we're like supposed to be one-on-one conversing, and you're like, oh, that stuff's shit. Like I don't even eat it because like the 3D printer. And then Campbell's like, oh, that's not true. But I'm like, I have to wonder though, because this guy, without knowing he was being recorded, was letting it fly and saying it was. Like, he had no reason to lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
you should kind of wonder.
Well, the context of it too. So I heard music in the background playing, so he probably just started press record on his phone or whatever. So I'm like, were they like actually at work? Were they in a casual setting? Because I mean, look, people let fly, especially if you're like, water cooler talk, or you're the I'm telling you, as a guy with, pretty much his entire career working for corporate, you really need to watch what you say, right? And just when you're at work and you're talking to colleagues, even if it's off the clock, just assume that they could narc on you. And a lot of them will narc on you, especially if you're higher up the ladder. if you're an executive or manager or something, don't trust anybody. I mean, you can be friendly with them, but just realize that you're talking to another employee, and if you're talking trash about the company and they want to get ahead or whatever, it is what it is.
And this guy, because the other guy who recorded, he only started like last fall, I think. He was only there for a couple of months and then this happened and got fired.
Yeah, and it sounds like there's something else.
Well, not necessarily. He could have been like, "Holy shit, I'm recording this."
Well, I could be too.
Like,
yeah,
talking because he was making comments. I guess he said was the racist. He was also implying that there was he was using drugs or something according to the well, it's marijuana, but you know what I'm saying.
Just a little marijuana.
Some of the articles actually have what he was saying because they don't have it in here, but they had like what he was saying about. I think they mentioned the Indian people that he was complaining about.
So. We're getting to that too, but I'm sitting here thinking like, man, Campbell's, you are missing out on a golden opportunity. You want more people to buy your soup, especially poor people. You tell them that parsley is marijuana.
No.
Chicken noodles, good for the
That's
soul.
why it's good
soup
for
the soul.
Good. Anyway, continue.
Good. It is real damn good.
Playing this.
Smoke that shit.
What do you think about the things that he was saying?
Oh, just pure disgust.
Garza says he usually worked remotely for Campbell's headquarters based in Camden, New Jersey, but
I was going to say, I thought they were in New Jersey. That's why I was surprised it was Michigan. I knew they were on the East Coast because Pennsylvania, they actually, one of those big ad agencies I used to do work for, actually did work for them.
He'd be discussing his salary with Bally. He says the recording taken in person at a restaurant.
At a restaurant. Okay.
Right.
So it is so
that's why he's in an informal setting. That's why he's saying it.
Yeah, so he's just letting it fly. And have you learned nothing from what's his name? The Project Veritas.
Project Veritas. That's what I kept thinking the whole time.
If you meet somebody on Tinder and they take you out and they wine and dine you, and then they start asking you pointed questions about your job, you're being set the fuck up.
Well, this guy he worked there. He thought they were going to talk about salary and his job,
Right.
But still, like, the stuff, he shouldn't have said the stuff he said.
Here's the thing. If you're an executive, especially, you are always a representative for the company. And you can think your company is full of shit, whatever, but they're going to look at you. And if you say shit, even casually at a party or something, it could come back to bite you in the ass, especially now when everybody has a cell phone on him. I'm just saying, like, it was a really dumb thing, and I don't know if he's drinking or what, but it was a really dumb thing to do.
In person at a restaurant.
They couldn't think for the like these dumb
Garza says he felt sick after
he said Indians don't know anything. They can't think for themselves, or dumb F words and stuff like that.
Okay. He's probably drinking, but still, he probably,
deciding to go to his direct supervisor in January, keeping the recordings to himself.
He had never had any disciplinary action. They had never written him up for poor work performance.
Garza says no one at Campbell's ever followed up, and it's taken him 10 months to find a new job.
Yeah, and we'll talk more about that in this economy now. Especially if you're a higher paid employee like this guy would be because he was working, security or whatever, it's going to take you a long time to find a job. Mm-hmm. So especially if it's something that could be, AI put in and stuff like that, for some of it. But so he went to his higher ups. He told them what he said. He never told them about. I can't use Indian.
Yeah, well, he never told them about the recording though. He kept that to himself. They said.
Yeah.
So he went and told them. I think he was waiting to see, and then they fired him. And that took him 10 months, and now he's going and putting the recording out there. And now Campbell's is, oh, this is bad. Now the recording's out there. They wouldn't address it before, but now that they have to, now they're going to address it.
Yeah, this guy's toast. The VP, he's toast.
Calling the way the canned soup company handled it simply terrible.
They have a motto, like we treat you like family, here at Campbell's, come work for us,
Unless you're from India.
I was going to say Disney has a similar thing. We know how that goes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, what they do, I'll tell you, this is a very Disney thing, too. And I'm not saying there aren't good people working at Disney.
There are a lot of good people working at Disney.
There are a lot of good people working at Disney. I know people are like, how could you say that? I'm like, yeah, we've known some of them. They're good people. But you do let your guard down when you work for a company and they kind of cross the line between like, look, you're here to do a job for us to help us make money. And, we're like your found family. People drop their guard. And this is why I think so many of these millennials were completely blindsided when they got laid off because they're like, well, wait, we're family. How could you fire us because the revenue's down? I'm like, no, welcome to the workforce. You're the hired
You're
help.
your family unless you report on us, and then you're gone.
Yeah, you're not exactly Mrs. Garrett, right? And even she left and got better job. Facts of life. Anyway, let's see here.
Treat our employees like family. That's not the case.
We did just receive a statement from Campbell's. It says, quote, if accurate.
Wait, is she eating the soup? Wait, hold on.
Well, she's holding it a spoon. She doesn't actually eat it.
I was like, they just
I
got
watched.
done saying
She doesn't eat it. She just holds it in the
bioengineered
soup.
chicken. Like, oh, this is some delicious bioengineered chicken shit I am eating right now.
She doesn't eat it. She just holds it.
She's looking at it. She's examining it.
Campbell's, it says, quote, if accurate, the comments in the recording are unacceptable. They do not reflect our values and the culture of our company. We are actively investigating this matter.
Again, they didn't actively investigate the matter or this matter when the guy told him. They fired him instead. And now the video comes out, which is weird that he kept it this long until he uses it to sue. But now the video comes out and they have to, they're cornered because there's a video they didn't know about. Now they're going to actively investigate because it's unacceptable what he said. Well, it was unacceptable what he said, which is why he went to them in the first place.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's how corporations work, right? They don't cause problems unless it's unavoidable, and they only react if it means is like bad PR.
Well, like the comments they're making about our soup is not bioengineered, meat and stuff, because they're doing that because this guy that was their VP in a casual setting flat out told somebody it was. It's not even like you're in corporate, you're doing a presentation. Right. You're going to give them the corporate line. You're just going to, So, I mean, I'm kind of like a place where who am I going to believe? Campbell's corporate response or this guy is, casual discussion where he wasn't like feeling he had to filter himself, obviously.
Well, he would know. He's a VP. He would know that, like, even if they're telling the public, this is what we do or what we use or whatever, there are ways, like, look, I'm going to be honest. There are ways around it. There are ways to skirt it. There are ways to be technically true, but not actually true. Like it's not technically lying. You're saying enough to lead the public into believing it's okay. Like fruit juice, right? You got to look at the fruit juice label, right? Back in the day, it was like, oh, we've got fruit juice, so it's fruit juice. And then you find out it's mostly sugar water with a little bit of flavoring, and you got to read the label, like how much of this liquid in this can. We used to have cans of juice and we'd poke a hole in it.
Yeah, I don't even see the freezer cans of juice anymore, but
No, where's the Donald Duck orange juice?
I mean, they might still be there. I just, I haven't seen them.
But I mean, even meat, you were watching the other day that they were injecting filler into meat.
Right, to make it look better, last longer, be big, thicker. And that's why when you buy, like you said, you buy meat and it cooks down to nothing because it was just injected with a bunch of stuff that's going to cook off to scam you. And who knows what else you're ingesting.
Yes. And that's a huge problem. Where the hell is RFK Jr. in all this? He's got to get involved. Well, apparently,
right. Get over here.
Get over here, RFK. Be like, we need to make Campbell's great again. But yeah.
Campbell's great again.
So they're getting, apparently Florida's getting involved in it. They said they're going to investigate because it's illegal to sell bioengineered shit in Florida, I guess. So I don't know, guys. This is some crazy, like, you don't know what you're eating, and there's enough money going around that you can't. I don't even think you can trust the labels on the food, if I'm being honest.
I mean, in our country especially, I mean, there's stuff that they can sell here, but other countries have banned for years because it was dangerous. It does make you go, or
Yeah, here we go. Attorney General James Olfmeyer from Florida. Florida bans lab-grown meat. Our Consumer Protection Division is launching an investigation. Will demand answers from Campbell's. Walter White. Yeah, here we go. Look at the label. Ingredients: chicken stock, modified cornstarch, contains less than 2% of dried chicken. So dried chicken broth. So we have dried chicken and dried chicken. Yeah, contains bioengineered food ingredients.
Wait, it's on the can?
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
on the
trying to
can.
say it's not?
The ingredients come from canola, corn, and soy. Products come from genetically modified chicken. Oh my God, there it is, guys. It's right on the fucking can. Bioengineered food questions? Go to learnaboutmyfood.com. Yeah, Breyers does too. So is
So
Pepperidge
these are, people
Farm.
are saying they aren't allowed to sell it in Florida, but they're showing them all the bioengineered food that's in Florida. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we're apparently just, yeah, here we go. Kabuki says DeSantis should ban all bioengineered ingredients. Well, then you're just eating gator from now on. Just fresh from the swamp.
See, a lot
gator.
of people would love to make their food from scratch, but you can't because it takes forever. And, women don't just stay home all day and men don't just stay home all day and grind, wheat into flour and they make noodles from scratch. Making some of the stuff from scratch, which I've done, takes forever. But there are local people around here that do make breads and stuff from scratch, but it's so expensive.
It is. I'm just sitting here thinking, like, yeah, some women like to stay home and they like to grind, but they like to grind for Simpson super chats.
That's true.
But
it pays better. Then you can hire
better.
someone to grind your flour.
It is expensive to eat healthy, and it shouldn't be. But the whole system, and this is a whole nother rant, but all of it, whether it's food or medicine or whatever, it's all stacked against us, right? They make it. I mean, the convenience comes with the price, and there's a lot of money being exchanging hands. And I'm sitting here like, yeah, are we all eating Soylent Green? It's just all flavored, like different flavored people parts. I mean, chicken bits, and don't get me started on Scrapple, but at least you know where the Scrapple came from, mostly.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. There we go, guys. Good. Campbell's soup. Probably boycott incoming. Stock is probably going to take a hit. This guy will get fired.
It's already dropping. I checked.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Rinse and repeat. And then they're going to have to do a big PR campaign. They'll bring back the soup kids or whatever the hell they think is going to make it, give people the warm fuzzies.
Nostalgia, yeah.
The nostalgia, like, oh, look, it's a little girl that was a snowman again. Now she's like 48.
It was a little boy, I thought.
Was it a little boy? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it was a little boy. I was thinking about that commercial, actually, when we were doing this video. So let's just wrap this up. We're done. Yeah. Yes, there you go. Take this from this as you will. Campbell says it's not true. I kind of am more leaning towards believing the other guy because, he had nothing to hide at that video. Yeah. So there you go.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.